Hi, I'm going to go ahead and keep going on our final exam review, and I'm going to answer some of the questions. Okay. So question 26 says, a test is made of the null hypothesis where the mean equals 71 versus the alternative where the mean is less than 71. The true value of the mean is 35, and the null hypothesis is not rejected. Is it a type 1, type 2, or a correct decision? Okay, so I put here, I wrote again the null and the alternative. Okay, so the null says the mean equals 71, and then the alternative says the mean is less than 71. Okay, and what do we really know? We know the mean is 35. So the HO is incorrect. But it said it didn't reject it, but we didn't reject, but we didn't reject the null. Okay, so that means we made an error, okay? Because we didn't reject it, but we should have. So if I've got the table here, and so let's look here. So if I didn't reject the null, I'm right here, and I should have rejected the null, which I know the null is false. So if I go to where these two meet, I can see it's a type 1 error. So that's how you do those. And I have put on this document below, I've put some extra examples of these, and I even have here some videos showing more examples. So the answer to this one is it's a type 2 error. And because it's a type 2 error, it's because I didn't reject the null and I should have. Okay, so that's how you do those. I would refresh with these, and here's an extra video that might help. All right, so let's go to number 27. Consider the following hypotheses. The null is the mean equals 7, and the alternative is that it doesn't equal 7. I'm going to make that bigger because that's really tiny. It's still not going to be tiny. So this is the not equal sign. I know it's hard to look at, but let me see if I can do it that way. No, it's not going to do it. Okay, so that's the not equals. So the mean is for the, the null again is the mean equals 7. The alternative is the mean does not equal 7. All right, so a test is performed with a sample size of 36. The sample mean is 2.178, and the population standard deviation is 18. Let's get the p-value. Okay, so what do I know? I know my sample size equals 36. I know my sample mean equals 2.18, and I know my population, I'm just going to copy it, make my life easier. Population standard deviation is 18, and I know it's approximately normal. Okay, so I've got everything I need. So it wants me to go ahead and put it in the calculator, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to share my calculator. So I go to on, and I'm going to show you a different way if you don't have the calculator in just a minute. Go to stats, go over the test, and I'm going to do z-test. It's the first one. Why am I going to do a z-test? Because of this right here. Because it has a population standard deviation. Because I have that population standard deviation, I can do what's called a z-test. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to do stats because I don't have any data to enter. Oops, let me go up here. When you do stats, hit enter so it blinks at you. Okay, so it wants right here the population mean, which is the mean that's in the hypothesis, which is 7. Wants the population standard deviation, which is 18. And if you see down here, that's why I did all this, so I can easily find it. Sample mean is 2.18, and the sample size is 36. Okay. This hypothesis right here is for the alternative, and because it's not equal, see where it's flashing? I'm going to hit enter to make it keep flashing, and then I'm going to scroll down and hit calculate. So it gives me the alternative, the z value, which you don't have to worry about, and the p value. So this p value is 0.10812, okay? And we do get that. If you look down here at the answer, we get that answer. And I know it looks like it's marked wrong. It's not. So the p-value is 0.1081. Okay, let me show you a different way to do this. So let me bring it up. Do I have it? Okay. So I'm going to copy and paste this into the, I'll put it here. Oops, let's put it here. Okay, let's put it here. Oh, that didn't work good. All right, let me do this. I'll put it at the beginning of the problem. Sorry about that. Let's do it here. Okay, and I'll just make it bigger. You don't have to do the site if you have the calculator, but if you don't have the calculator, it might be a good site to use. So I'm going to make this look very different. Okay. And I'm going to put here website. Okay. So that way, if you want the website, it's right there and you can use it. All right. So let me show you the website. So I'm going to use all the stuff again. Okay. So let me go to the website. I'm going to do the population mean is, remember, it was 7. Okay, so it wants the population variance. So all the population variance is the population standard deviation squared. So I do 18. Let me put it in the calculator. I'll show you. I'm going to do 18 and I'm going to square it. So then I get 324. So I'm going to put 324. And then the sample mean, remember the sample mean was 2.18. And the sample size was 36, okay? And I'm gonna do that it's 0.05, and then I'm gonna do two-tailed because it's not one direction. So I hit calculate, and if I go down,